Hello, world of YouTube and whichever people decide to click on this video and watch it. I think this is going to be a part one of two videos that I will make because this is the third attempt to record it. And as you all know that have seen my videos before, I can't edit videos, so I record it and that is how it goes on YouTube. But I don't want to spend long explaining why that is. So I can't edit videos, so it'll go on YouTube the way it is. And the last video that I tried to do, I got 2/3 of the way through it and it was already like 11 minutes long, and I was starting to, I don't know, it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So my edit is to start all over again. Yay! So I'm starting all over again. So I'm sitting in my own room upstairs in my house right now because my younger sister is home and she's downstairs. And like I told her, I'm coming up here to talk to the camera because I can't do it in front of other people because it's just way too weird talking to a camera in front of other people. Plus, she's playing FF8 right now, so music, sounds, etc. Up right now, you can probably hear my washing machine going because I took the curtain out of my window to wash it. And I forgot I wasn't going to do that while I was recording a video because the washing machine is right across a 2-foot hall door, so you can probably still hear it. But I started recording this video because in my first Q&A video that I did, I called it a Q&A because I took random questions off the internet and answered them. I said that if there's anybody that wants to ask a question, I'd be more than happy to answer it. And someone took me up on that offer. Somebody that I've been getting to know on the internet through the videos that he uploads on his own channel, and I leave comments and he answers, and we have a bit of a talk back and forth, and he's a really nice person as far as I can see from what I've seen in his videos and what he says in his comments, and I just really like the way he talks and the way his brain works, the way he thinks of things, and how thoughtful he is, and how positive he tries to be. And I will link his channel in the comment or in the description below if I can figure out how to do that, because I think you should go and check out his channel. I've said his name in one of my other videos, DissociativeDude. He is someone that has DID, and at the moment I'm mostly talking about Otto, the host of the system, because he's the one I kind of know best, because he's the one that's been on the channel most. So, and I think it was him that left the comment there. He didn't sign it, but he's the most active on YouTube, so I kind of assume it's him that asked the question. So, the 3 questions. He asked me 3 questions. And this video, once again, every time I try to do my introduction, it always ends up being 3 minutes long. I don't know how I always do that. But he asked me 3 questions, and I told him I'd have to think about them because, yeah, as my previous attempts to record this have proven, even when I write notes, it takes a while to answer the question because I'm someone that likes to explain stuff and I like to ramble stuff and I don't know. So, I'm making a video because it's more fun than just writing it in a comment, I guess. And I wanted video content to make video. So I'll use the questions as video content. And I'm probably only going to answer 2 of them in this video because the 3rd question is what took me more time to answer, or because it's, I don't know, in a way more complex. Because the first question that I'll answer is really easy to answer. He asked me if I would ever consider publishing any of the stories that I've written, because I mentioned that I'm an author, and so he asked me if I'd ever consider publishing them. So the short answer to that is I already actually did publish one book. It was a self-published book, and it was, I think, about 3 years ago that I published it. I don't know if I put a year on this. I have a copy of the book right here in my hand, but I didn't want to show you yet because I want to talk a lot more about that book. That's for the third question. For the third answers, that's what I say. The short answer is yes, I already did publish a book. And do I want to publish more? Yes, I want to publish more. There's at least 2 more. The sequel to that one. It's the first in a series. I have been trying to write the 3rd book for like 2 or 3 years now. It's bad. But anyway, that is the short answer, is yes, I have already published 1 book, and I'm pretty sure it's still available on Kindle. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get a physical copy of it anymore because I left it for so long that I think the physical copy was too inactive not enough people were interested on Amazon because not enough people knew about it. So I don't know how. I'd have to log back in to create space. Create space? I can't remember where I published it on, but I'd have to log back in there and try to figure out how to get physical copies again. And I will eventually have to do that if I get to publish a second book anyway, so you'll have to wait for that, I guess. But if you wanted to look it up on Kindle, you can, and I will tell you what it's called, quite possibly probably in the second video, part 2 of this that I make, because before actually telling you just plain what it is and having you go and look it up, I want to explain and talk about a couple of things about it first. So we'll leave that for now. That was the short answer. I have published 1 book and I do want to publish more. The second question that I'll answer is, what are some of my big goals in life? And part of this is super quick and easy to answer, and part of it is a lot more complex, and that's why I am attempting this for this video for the 3rd time, because because the problem is, what are some of my big goals in life? Well, see, some of them are simple, and some of them I could actually make entire videos just of that topic. And so I'm trying to keep this short and concise. Some of my big goals in life. The first 2 that I wrote them down because I don't know if you can call them goals, but they have been dreams of mine since I was like 10 years old. 1 is to get married. I am still single. In some of my videos, you will see me wearing a ring on this finger. This one here I often wear on this finger. That's another topic. I'm not married. I'm not even taken. Unfortunately, I don't even have a boyfriend. Explain to me why I haven't in my life. I don't know. I never have had a boyfriend. I've never found anyone that's right, which is really sad and unfair. But yes, I'm still single. But I want to get married and I want to have a whole bunch of kids. And there's a whole nother topic that could go on for a long time about how old I'm getting and what my health issues have done to me. I don't know if I can still have kids or how many kids I could have. Who knows? But I want to get married and I want to have kids. And my 3rd dream since I was 10 years old is to explore the world, because I love exploring. There's a YouTube channel, I think it's called Exploring with Josh or something like that, where he goes and he explores abandoned buildings and stuff. Seriously, if I could go and do that for the rest of my life, just go and explore abandoned buildings and museums and libraries and abandoned locations and etc., that would be a dream come true. I can't even tell you how excited and how happy I would be if that's what I could do for the rest of my life. Just that. I would be so happy. But I don't know. It hasn't happened, and I get the feeling it never will. It's complicated. I try not to make excuses, but I'm good at making excuses. Honestly, I wrote down a list here, and I'm trying to keep it short because, I am always conscious of the time. I can't edit videos, so what I record is what you get. The 3rd thing I wrote down here is to publish more books, because like I already said, there are at least 2 more that I very much want to see in. I can't even describe how excited, ecstatic I was to be holding a physical copy of my book. That was so cool. The 4th thing I wrote down was goal is to at least obtain at least the level of decent conversation in Japanese and Korean. Because for 15, 16, 17 years now, I've been trying to learn Japanese, but it's been entirely self-taught, and I'm rather secluded where I live and don't know anybody in person that knows Japanese or Korean. And yes, there's good teachers online, but that requires a lot of motivation, which I am bad with self-motivation. Really bad with self-motivation. It takes a lot of discipline. I'm also really bad with discipline, and I found some really good Korean teachers, but I haven't found so many good Japanese teachers. Not sure why. So, and trying to learn 2 languages at once, especially ones that are as complicated as Japanese and Korean, is not easy. So, it actually slowed me down a lot once I added Korean to it. So, I would love to learn even more languages than just 2. That's another thing I've been interested in since I was a kid, is learning languages. So, I would like to reach at least a decent level of conversation in them. And that's partially because the 5th goal in life is to spend a significant amount of my future in Japan and or Korea. If I could fly away next week and spend the next 5 years in those countries straight, I probably would. Because I've been to Japan 3 times, and I said in my last Q&A video how much I love Tokyo. That is no joke. I could do an entire video on what I feel about Japan and why I feel that way. So if you are interested in that, I could attempt to write notes to attempt to follow, to describe more about that. But and then a 6th goal is to get over my fear of playing the piano in front of people and find more songs I really want to play. Because like I said in the Q&A video, I hate practicing, but I love playing the piano. But one thing I've never been good at is playing in front of people, like for people or with people. Because when I was actually taking piano lessons, I did used to do recitals, and so I was in front of people. Terrible stage fright. I have horrible stage fright. And then the older I got, the worse that panic got. Like when I was in my teen years, I actually got hit with super, super, super bad anxiety that I actually for a while forgot how bad it got. And then recently when I started seeing a therapist for a couple of things, a counselor, therapist, counselor, whatever, I call her counselor, but when I started seeing her, I think was when I remembered how bad it got for a little bit there. And then I got over some of that, and then complications, a lot of it's coming back again. Long story again, once again, kind of topics for other videos. I could probably do like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different videos on things about that. And there's especially one or 2 topics that I really do. I have a thing here that says video topics I would like to do, and there's a couple I very much love to talk more about that, but I don't know how to approach it because I don't want to upset anybody while I'm talking about it, and there's also a lot about it that I myself don't even really know. So they'd probably be long and rambly videos, and I don't know how to make them not. But anyway, I want to get over my fear of playing in front of people so that I can do it more often. So that I can actually do it. I haven't done it in a long time. I haven't played the piano. Because my sister lives in the house with me, I don't even play it at home. Because that's how bad it is. Even just playing it in front of my younger sister, who I have played in front of for years and years and years and years and years. I have problems just playing in front of her. So I want to get past that, and I want to be able to play it with people, with when people are singing or when other instruments are playing at the same time as me. I would love to be able to do that, because at the moment I can't even play with just a metronome, because as soon as I get on the panic of I have to keep going, I can't mess up, I have to keep doing, I start panicking, I start tensing up, and I start messing up even more, and then I lose it, and I'm like, nope, can't find it again, we have to start all over again, otherwise I can't play anymore. So I'd very much like to get over that. One thing I forgot to write down here is a big goal, is I want to learn how to draw buildings and scenery especially, but also people. I really want to learn how to draw that properly, like the whole vanishing point thing in pictures, the right perspective of rooms, because, and I'll touch on this again when I answer the 3rd question, which will be in another video, because yeah, this is already 13.5 minutes long and I'm not quite done with this, but I really want to learn to draw more, because one of the things to me that would be the coolest thing in the world is if I could actually draw some of the scenes I see in my dreams. Like literally when I'm asleep and I have dreams, I've seen so many things in my dreams that are just so cool, but I can't describe them. So if I could show them by drawing them, that would be so cool. And there are, like, one of the things I really love about, like, writing and stuff, which I'll touch on more when I do that, but, like, I actually like designing houses, and there's actually several different books with several different houses that I actually know what their house looks like, or I have a vague idea, and maybe if I could draw them, maybe I could kink out some of the weird, like one story's house has a very weird shape, because I kept picturing it one way, and I didn't realize that made it a very odd, awkward shape, that I'm not sure you could actually build a house that way, but I can't rearrange it in my head now because I've been picturing it that way for years. I'm like, oh. So that's a big goal, would be to be able to draw. And someone just recently said that they'd be able to help me, but with this isolation going on, I can't actually go and see her in person yet. So we gotta wait for all this isolation to finish so that she can actually teach me some about drawing. So until then, it's self-learn. Yay, with the self-motivation and discipline. Anyway, the last goal that I actually wrote down here, the way I worded it there, is to start doing my job, whatever that is. And this is where I got stuck when I was second attempt making this video, because this I could make another whole video or two just on that topic, because I love, like, the job I'm doing right now. There's many aspects of it that is like what I want to be doing, but especially within the past couple of years, I've just been feeling more and more like I'm avoiding something. There's a different job I'm supposed to be doing right now, and I know for a fact within myself that it has to do with mental health. It has to do with listening to people, because I am ADD. It's not an excuse. I'm saying I'm ADD, and a lot of things go whoosh right over my head without me even noticing that they're there. Never mind going straight over my head, probably brushing my hair while they're at it. A lot of things just go straight over my head. I don't notice. But there's also a lot of things that I do notice, because I'm a highly sensitive person. There's a lot of things that I do notice, but long, complicated, a whole other video to do with that. So we'll leave it at that. But either way, if a person actually comes up to me and tells me that they need somebody to listen to them, I am the person that will listen to you. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. It's just, that's who I am. I am actually, people have told me this in the past, that I'm very good at listening. They've told me that just sitting near me helps them feel better. Like if I'm calm, if I'm not. A whole other video. My point is, I am good at listening. I'm good at talking too. I'm good at ranting. But if you don't want me to talk, if you just want me to listen, just tell me I need somebody to listen. And I'm actually really good at listening. And I'll make a whole other video on all of that at some point, maybe. But a goal is to find what I am really supposed to be doing in life, because I know there's something. I know that I can help people if I just find what that is. Like, I don't think I'm necessarily supposed to be a therapist per se, but like something more along that line. So that's like a goal that I've been struggling with the past year, is trying to figure out what the heck that means and how that is related to being in Japan and Korea. So that's the answer to those two questions, and that is where I'll stop it, because now this video is 7.5 minutes and I haven't even said what the third question is. So I will make a whole nother video for that one. So that is part 1 of 2. And say to anybody that actually watched this whole video and found that interesting, cool. If there's anything more that brings up that you want me to elaborate on, there's some of those things, like I said, that I personally do want to elaborate on, and I'll just have to figure out how. But yeah, let me know what you think, if that was interesting or if it wasn't quite clarifying or whatever. Yeah, my videos always take a long time because I like to talk. And yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. And there you go. That's 2 questions answered. Bye! I'll start the next one right after this one and upload both of them. Call them part 1 and part 2. Thank you for watching. Bye!